Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to explore a subject that is absolutely vital for the health of your legs and feet: how to improve blood flow through the foods you eat. As a physician specializing in vascular medicine, I've spent many years studying the intricate network of blood vessels that keep our bodies nourished, energized, and alive. And I can assure you, by the end of this video, you'll not only understand why circulation is so crucial, but you'll also walk away with science-backed, practical methods to boost blood flow naturally. Why is this so important? Because poor circulation in the legs is not just uncomfortable, it can be dangerous. It often begins with mild symptoms like muscle cramps or cold feet, but if left unchecked, it can progress to chronic ulcers, persistent infections, and in severe cases, even amputation. Studies published in The Lancet highlight that complications of poor blood flow are among the leading causes of disability worldwide. That's why I am so passionate about sharing ways you can protect your vascular health through diet and lifestyle. So here's what we'll cover in today's session: why circulation is critical for your legs and your overall health, the main causes of impaired blood flow, including peripheral artery disease, PAD, 5 powerful foods backed by clinical research that can increase circulation, and equally important, the foods and habits that silently damage your arteries. But before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below telling me where you're watching from today. And if this topic resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. This helps me bring you the most valuable content. And don't forget, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the latest science-based health tips right here on Senior Health Tips. Now let's break it down. Your heart acts as the body's central pump, pushing oxygen-rich blood from your chest all the way down to your toes. When this flow slows down or becomes obstructed, it doesn't just affect muscles. It also impacts your skin, nerves, and bones. For instance, when you climb stairs, your leg muscles demand more oxygen. If circulation is poor, this demand isn't met, leading to cramps, heaviness, or even sharp pain, a condition known as claudication. Science explains the risks even further. In people with diabetes, reduced blood flow combines with nerve damage, neuropathy, to create a dangerous storm. Even a small blister can turn into a severe wound because 1. Nerves fail to signal pain properly, so injuries go unnoticed. 2. Poor blood supply slows healing, as tissues are deprived of oxygen. 3. Impaired immunity makes it harder to fight off infections. This threefold problem is why diabetics have a higher risk of lower limb amputations, as highlighted in a study in the Journal of Vascular Surgery. Another leading culprit is peripheral artery disease, PAD, caused by atherosclerosis, the buildup of cholesterol-rich plaque that narrows and stiffens arteries. Think of your arteries as highways. When they're clogged with debris, traffic slows down. Similarly, narrowed arteries restrict blood flow, starving tissues of oxygen. Heart function also plays a role. Conditions like cardiomyopathy or heart failure weaken the pumping power of the heart. And if the pump is weak, your legs don't get enough nutrients or oxygen to function properly. And don't forget the nerves, your sensors that detect temperature, pressure, or pain. When they're damaged, small cuts can quickly become hidden threats. Here's the encouraging part: nutrition is a powerful tool. Research in circulation research shows that nutrients such as flavonoids, omega-3 fatty acids, and nitric oxide boosting compounds can keep blood vessels flexible, reduce plaque buildup, promote angiogenesis, the growth of new capillaries that restore blood supply to tissues. This means the right foods can literally help your body grow new pathways for circulation. But before we get to the foods that improve circulation, let's talk about what to avoid first. One of the worst offenders is excessive alcohol. Clinical studies show that alcohol disrupts the function of endothelial cells, the thin lining of blood vessels that regulates dilation, blood flow, and clotting. A study in alcohol research, current reviews highlighted how heavy drinking increases oxidative stress, causing endothelial dysfunction and impaired nitric oxide availability, both of which are essential for vessel relaxation. Moreover, alcohol interferes with endothelial progenitor cells, the stem cells your body uses to repair damaged arteries. Without this repair system, arteries lose elasticity, healing slows, and the risk of cardiovascular events rises. If arteries are already narrowed, alcohol accelerates the damage. Next, consider excessive salt intake. The sodium in salt raises blood volume and blood pressure. Research published in Hypertension shows that high sodium directly damages endothelial cells, stiffens arteries, and accelerates atherosclerosis, the buildup of plaques. To visualize this, imagine rust forming in a water pipe. Over time, the pipe narrows and water struggles to pass through. In the human body, this rust is plaque, and the water is your blood struggling against resistance. The danger multiplies when salt comes from ultra-processed foods like instant noodles, packaged snacks, and fast foods. These not only overload sodium, but also combine it with refined sugars and trans fats. Studies link regular consumption of these foods to metabolic syndrome, a dangerous cluster including high blood sugar, hypertension, abdominal fat, and abnormal cholesterol. Left untreated, metabolic syndrome progresses to complications like diabetic neuropathy, retinopathy, and chronic foot ulcers, which often heal poorly due to impaired circulation. Smoking and vaping are another critical threat. Nicotine and other toxins cause acute vasoconstriction, tightening of blood vessels within minutes of inhalation. Long-term exposure increases oxidative stress and inflammation, damages the endothelium, and promotes stiffening of arteries. A review in Circulation confirmed that smokers are at double the risk of peripheral artery disease compared to non-smokers. Even vaping, often marketed as a safer alternative, has been shown to impair blood flow by reducing nitric oxide availability and increasing arterial stiffness. This means tissues get less oxygen and nutrients, worsening circulation problems. For middle-aged and older adults, another top priority is managing cholesterol levels. Elevated LDL cholesterol fuels plaque buildup. According to the American Heart Association, every 39 milligrams per deciliter increase in LDL raises heart disease risk by 20%. While statins remain a powerful medical option to lower LDL, research shows that dietary interventions, particularly eating more whole foods, legumes, and fiber, also reduce LDL naturally. A balanced diet improves endothelial health, enhances nitric oxide production, and lowers vascular inflammation. That brings us to practical solutions, starting with the foods that can help restore and improve blood flow. 1. Let's begin with beans. Across the world's blue zones, regions where people routinely live past 90 in good health, beans are a staple food. Varieties like lentils, chickpeas, black beans, and kidney beans are packed with soluble fiber, which binds cholesterol in the digestive tract and helps remove it from the body before it can clog arteries. In addition, beans feed your gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria in your intestines that play a surprising role in cardiovascular health. A balanced microbiome produces beneficial compounds like short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, which reduce inflammation and improve blood lipid profiles. Beans also help target visceral fat, the hidden fat that wraps around your organs and silently stresses your circulatory system. By reducing visceral fat, beans lower inflammation and allow your blood vessels to remain flexible. This effect, combined with their low glycemic index, helps protect against type 2 diabetes, a major cause of poor circulation. Adding beans to soups, stews, or even salads can be an easy, delicious way to nourish both your gut and your heart. 2. Carrots. These bright orange vegetables are rich in carotenoids, natural pigments with powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. A long-term study in the Netherlands found that individuals with higher carotenoid intake had significantly less visceral fat, which in turn translated to better cardiovascular outcomes. Carrots also supply dietary fiber, which supports healthy cholesterol levels and encourages a balanced microbiome. More importantly, carotenoids act directly on the lining of blood vessels, protecting the endothelium from oxidative stress and helping arteries remain elastic. This flexibility is vital for maintaining steady blood flow, especially in the legs and feet, which are often the first areas to show signs of circulation problems. Whether eaten raw as a crunchy snack, roasted for natural sweetness, or blended into a hearty soup, carrots provide a simple yet effective way to strengthen your vascular system. 3. Garlic, a culinary staple loved across the globe, is more than just a flavor enhancer. It's a true vascular powerhouse. Modern research has shown that garlic can lower LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol that clogs arteries, while supporting or even raising HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol that protects your blood vessels. This balance is critical because clogged arteries in your legs can limit circulation, leading to pain, cramps, and even dangerous complications over time. But garlic does not stop there. It also acts as a natural anticoagulant, meaning it reduces the risk of blood clots by preventing platelets from sticking together. Imagine it like a traffic officer at a busy intersection, keeping cars moving smoothly instead of letting them pile up in a jam. By ensuring steady blood flow, garlic lowers the risk of clots that can trigger a peripheral arterial crisis or even a heart attack in the leg, a painful and damaging event caused by sudden blockage of blood flow. Scientific studies support these benefits. For example, a meta-analysis published in the Journal of Nutrition found that regular garlic consumption can modestly reduce total cholesterol levels and improve vascular elasticity. These effects help keep your arteries flexible and your circulation strong, an especially important defense as we age. So how can you use garlic effectively? Incorporate it into your meals the way people in the Mediterranean and Asian diets have done for centuries. Lightly sauté it in extra virgin olive oil. Mix it with vegetables, seafood, or lean meats. Even a small amount of fresh garlic adds not only flavor, but also powerful protection for your arteries and circulation. 4. Dark chocolate. And not just any chocolate. We're talking about varieties with at least 70% cacao content. The richness of cacao comes from its flavonoids, especially proanthocyanidins and anthocyanins, which act as potent antioxidants. These compounds reduce inflammation, improve the flexibility of your arteries, and lower the risk of clot formation. One of the most fascinating effects of dark chocolate is its ability to stimulate nitric oxide production, a molecule that relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. But it goes deeper. Nitric oxide also signals your bone marrow stem cells to get to work. These stem cells act like a repair crew, rejuvenating damaged blood vessels and improving blood flow to the legs and feet. Clinical evidence backs this up. A study published in Circulation Research found that older adults with cardiovascular issues who drank cocoa rich in flavonols for just 30 days showed significant improvements in vascular function, as measured by flow-mediated dilation, a gold standard test for artery flexibility. They also experienced an increase in circulating stem cells, showing chocolate's power to rejuvenate the vascular system. So enjoying a small square of dark chocolate or a warm cup of cocoa can be more than a treat. It can be medicine for your arteries. Just remember, avoid milk chocolate or adding dairy milk, since dairy proteins bind to polyphenol and reduce their absorption. Stick with plain dark chocolate or make cocoa with water or a non-dairy milk alternative. 5. Black tea. Whether you enjoy Earl Grey, English breakfast, or another variety, black tea is packed with theaflavins and catechins, antioxidants formed during the fermentation process that distinguishes black tea from green tea. A fascinating study in Italy revealed that people with poor circulation who drank 2 cups of black tea daily for 1 month experienced not only improved blood vessel flexibility, but also an increase in stem cell circulation, much like what was observed with dark chocolate. Again, this was measured using flow-mediated dilation, confirming that black tea helps arteries stay resilient and responsive. But here's an important tip. Avoid adding milk or whipped cream to your tea. Dairy proteins, as with chocolate, can reduce the availability of these beneficial antioxidants. Instead, enjoy it plain or with plant-based milk like oat, almond, or soy. Black tea is one of the simplest daily habits you can adopt to strengthen your vascular health, improve circulation, and keep your legs feeling strong and energized. Where are you joining us from today? Share it in the comments below. I'd love to know. If you feel this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments, and if not, type 0. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss more science-backed health insights from Healthy Life. Every day, we bring you simple but powerful ways to protect your body, support your circulation, and live with confidence as you age. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.